This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Gotta tell you, man. What's up? It's Friday Eve.
It is.
It's Friday Eve.
For normal people, yeah.
It's Friday Eve.
For normal people.
For normal people. For those who live for the weekends and
Who have the jobs and 9 to 5s or whatever.
everybody's working for the weekend.
That's not entirely true.
But for those people who work for the weekend and those people who are getting ready for all the festivities that are coming up in about a little over a week.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Little over.
It's just a little closer to that fateful day where we get together and have a wonderful time.
Yeah.
The celebration that we're doing.
Yeah, we are doing a thing, aren't we?
It's on Sunday of next week.
That would be July 4th.
That is the day. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, that's the day. It's the July 4th.
July 4th, the Independence Day.
That would be also a well-known moniker. Yes.
Yes. We're having a BBQ.
And celebrations.
Yes.
And enjoyments of time with each other.
Sure. or not. You come out for a barbecue. I mean.
But what we need from you guys is we need to know who is going to participate.
Officially, as a heads up would be nice.
Yeah,
yes.
we need a head count.
Yeah.
So
official head count, because I'm not carrying home 75 pounds worth of barbecue.
Yeah, that's not.
Room
No,
for
we're
it.
not doing that. No,
I don't.
we have we have a bunch of people coming out. We got a bunch of we got possibly up to 100 people's worth of pork.
Yeah. I may have to. Yeah, that's why we need a head count.
We need a head count.
I need to remedy that if I need to.
Yeah, we have Tasting Jamaican coming out.
Yeah. We got the American Huddle guys are going to be out there hanging out with us.
American Huddle's going to be hanging with us. We do have fireworks that are going to happen.
Yes.
So we got a whole bunch of stuff.
It's going to be a good time. Bring some lawn chairs. Come out and eat.
Yep.
Hang out with us. 4th of July, the address and everything, all the infos that you will need is on the Facebook page.
That's right.
That at DOAE Show or Defenders Live Radio Show.
That's correct.
Go to one of those two,
and
you will find said infos on said event.
That is right.
We need to know, like I said, head count by tomorrow.
Ish.
Well, into tomorrow.
That'd be nice.
Because I'm going to send the numbers over to everybody on
over the
those
weekend.
that need to know. Yeah, they're going to know either on the weekend or first thing Monday morning, and that's
so we kind of need.
That's
to know,
what we're gauging by. So if another 50 extra show up on top of that,
you might not have any food.
Yeah,
$5 a plate.
Yeah, I hate to be it like that, but yeah, you might not eat unless you bring your own crap.
Well, yeah, and if you do, that's fine. That's whatever. But $5 a plate is what we're doing. And that's just to cover the cost of the food that's coming in. So
yeah,
we don't want.
Just for clarity's sake, if you don't want to pay the $5, you can bring your own food.
We're not saying that you. This
you
is
have
like,
to have our stuff.
It's not like you're going to some park and you can't carry in.
Yeah, it's not that fancy of a gig. It's barbecue and some hot sauce. I mean, that's maybe some chips and a drink. Like, it's not that fancy. It's just, but
it's just,
the
food
guys
is being provided.
Yeah, the American Huddle guys offered to pay for the food, and so I'm like, oh well, since you're going to do that, I feel it.
We kind of
need to help out, and so if you want to eat what we are providing, it is $5 for one plate. Just so we're clear, it's not necessarily going to be an all you can eat, but I mean, you pay $5 and that's it. It's not like you go back and go, oh, I would like a second portion, please. Here's another $5. It's not that. It's $5 is for the plate, and if you throw it away, then you have to get a new one. Then you do have to buy it.
Keep your plates. That's what he's saying. He's saying keep your plate, guys.
Yeah, keep your plate.
Keep your plate.
And I don't know how much is going to be made. I don't know how much is being donated and all this, or how much is going on. Nothing like that. I have no idea officially. I'm going to square it up with the guys between tomorrow and Monday.
Right.
So
that's going to be a fun time for everybody. Please.
Yes.
Like I said, we just need a head count to figure out what we're going to do and how much we need to get
True. True. And if you're, like I said, if you don't need anything and you're still showing up, that's fine too.
Right. We're going to have a lot more fun than the people that are advocating for this stuff going on in this next story.
Well,
a lot more fun.
We have a lot more fun than most normal people, period, I think.
That's probably true. See, graduate teaching assistants and instructors at the University of Oklahoma were advised recently during the anti-racist training seminar to remove all problematic speech from the classroom because, according to the workshop leaders, in the classroom, free speech does not apply.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does, especially when you're talking about the levels of higher education. When I'm paying you, by God, my word does count because I'm the customer at that point. I am exchanging my money
For you to teach me.
for your services.
Right.
Screw you, I can say whatever the hell I want to.
The seminar, which was titled Anti-Racist Rhetoric and Pedagogies, what is this? Pedagogies. Why do we have a word called pedagogy?
I don't know, but we're going to find out together what that is.
That's a weird word. Pedagogies. Pedagogies?
Pedagogy, a method or practice of teaching, especially as an academic subject or theoretical concept. So it's a method.
Anti-racist rhetoric and theory is what this should say.
Yeah, so it's critical race theory.
Right.
That's all it is.
CRT.
It's
It's a
CRT.
fancy CRT.
Yeah, but you can't call it that because
Right.
people would definitely never go.
Right. So in a seminar which is titled CRT for fancy folk.
Yeah. So I don't have a job. Now it's just this.
At the moment, yeah.
Moment my ass.
Come on.
No.
All right, we're not going to talk about that.
But those of you that do,
Yeah.
and you have a job as well.
I do.
Do you go to work?
I do.
No, let me finish the damn thing. God, do you go?
Yeah.
Or well, hold on. What do you go to work for? What is the reason why you go?
Generally speaking, a paycheck.
So you're just going for the money.
Yeah,
You're not going to be taught to be anti-racist or anything.
that's correct.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You're sure? Okay.
Certain.
Huh. So I'm trying to figure out why these people go to work like that.
They're going to work to
my
go
point
get taught
is
out
that
of-
you don't go to work to learn to be anti-racist.
Right.
You go to work to collect a paycheck and go
I'm-
the hell home.
I'm generally anti-racist anyway.
Yes. Well, most people, oddly enough, most people are.
Right. And we don't really need this.
No. But
But
somebody makes money off of it somewhere. And,
yay.
where else would you use the word pedagogies or whatever that is? Pedagogies.
Pedagogies.
So, I mean, but I'm saying, like,
Pedagogy?
I don't know. All I know,
Goji-berry?
I don't know. All I know is that I don't go to work for that kind of stuff, nor will I tolerate that. Like, I don't need my job telling me to not be a douche.
Well,
No,
not being a douche is one thing.
no, but that's ultimately. I mean, to be shallow about it. That's what racism is. You're being a douche.
Yes.
And I don't need my work telling me to not be a douche. I
Okay.
know to not be a douche.
Oh, okay. I get you.
Because I do plan on. It's a very simple concept.
Right.
You go in to a building of some kind. You usually speak to some guy, sometimes behind a desk, most of the time.
Right.
You convey interest in being employed
With that company.
with said location, yes, and
yes.
under said people. And the deal that is struck is you will be paid X amount of money to do X job, X amount of work. Here's your expectations. Blah 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 blah. That's what you go to work for.
Yeah.
And I don't go in there to go, by the way, I need you to make sure you teach me to be anti-racist.
Because obviously I'm a moron.
Because here's the deal is that's what you're going in for. You need that money in order to pay bills and to feed your family,
Et cetera,
et
et
cetera.
cetera.
So if you are in your job and you act racist or say racist things
Yeah.
or you act badly like that, then you're probably not going to have a job because the only thing I can agree with all of these people like this on is the fact that everybody, I think we can say, doesn't like racism. I think we can all agree.
Most people.
Well,
most people.
I get that, but I'm
the people that say they don't, the people that are outspoken like these
I got
folks
that. I know
are
that's-
actually racist in themselves.
Of
but
course,
that's
of course, of course.
neither
But
here
I'm
nor
just
there.
saying, in general, though, most people are not racist and therefore don't like anything that has to do with racism. Exactly. So if you don't want that money flow to stop, if you do not want to have to go to try and find another job, et cetera,
You intentionally don't.
even
be.
if you are a racist,
You don't.
You're not really going to say too much.
Right. Even if you are a racist, you'll at most skirt the issue.
Yes. You will tolerate as best. You'll put on a fake smile. You
And you
collect your
will-
paycheck and you go the hell home
Right.
until you can find something else that you don't feel you have to skirt it so much or whatever.
Or you can find a place where racists are okay and welcome, and that would be CRT.
I don't know.
Yeah, the seminar.
Adam
sorry.
W. Johnson over on Twitter, I believe it's pronounced the same as ideologue or demagogue. So it's supposed to be pedagogue,
But it's pedagogies.
which just sounds like a really jacked up breed of dog, doesn't it?
Right. Actually, speaking of which, Peekapoo, pet the doggies? Close.
So close.
So close. Yeah. So the seminar, which we've gone over the name of, was one of 9 developmental workshops put on by Oklahoma's flagship university last semester.
Hold on. How many different ways do you have to tell somebody to not be racist?
9.
I guess it is. That's the magic number is 9.
I thought it was 3. The recording of it
no.
obtained by the Foundation of Individual Rights in Education shows the workshop leader brazenly urging instructors to trample on students' freedom of speech.
Yeah. This is still America. And you don't have
You don't have the right,
You
even
don't.
as an instructor.
to tell a student that they can't say something.
Right.
You don't have to agree.
You just can't.
Now, if it does fall under actual blatant racist
Hate crime,
speech,
yeah,
then
right.
absolutely, like legitimate, like
Actual hate speech?
Heil Hitler, I hate Nazis,
Or I love Nazis would be the thing.
Or I meant to say I hate Jews,
I hate Jews,
or
yeah,
whatever. I love Nazis,
Yeah.
whatever. I hate certain demographic and wish they were all dead.
Okay, now
That-
we need to talk.
that one, yeah.
You should probably leave my classroom at that point.
Yeah, either stop talking like that or get the hell out.
Right.
That's pretty much the conversation that needs to happen. But they still have the right to say that.
Yeah.
I don't see what the issue or why they.
Well, see, during the seminar, one of the workshop leaders, Kelly Pyron Alvarez. Yeah, sorry, my throat just kind of.
Alvarez.
Alvarez.
That's what I said. Alvarez.
Alvarez.
Alvarez. Oh my God.
Asserted that the students in a Principles of English Composition course at the university are often, quote, emboldened to be racist, like overtly racist. In an English course?
What?
In English?
And wouldn't that
In the Principles of English? Like, what?
how is that possible?
I don't know. And as a way to deal with that, Alvarez said instructors should simply prohibit them from making statements that might be hurtful to others.
But what are the statements?
Good question.
I would love to know what these statements are. Give me an example, Alvarez.
Some statements broadly
Broadly.
include
Okay.
derogatory remarks, critique and hate speech.
No. I said an example. Give me an example. Jim looks at Sally. You know?
No, she has no examples
Hey,
for you. Any
slutty
kind
broad, come over here.
Yeah.
That's probably not something you should keep saying.
All
That's
of those-
bad. Give me that example.
derogatory remarks, critique, and hate
You
speech
mean-
of
hold on.
any kind, according to Alvarez, as well as the use of white supremacist ideas and sources. I didn't know that the KKK was a source.
I didn't either.
I didn't know that Nazism was a source.
We are going to be reading from Jim's paper. Jim's paper is he's citing here Himmler.
I didn't know in English composition we could we could use Mein Kampf.
I know.
Like,
Please turn to page 1.
all hail Hitler.
Yeah, really.
What?
It doesn't make sense.
Right.
And they're gonna pick this. They're okay. They're harping on this one spot. This one spot. Derogatory remarks
And critiques.
and critique, which that is just
Stupid. I'm sorry. If I critique you,
grow the hell up.
yeah.
Grow the hell up. And hate speech. Okay. One. Is there really?
Yeah.
There's. Arguably, they're trying to make. I like how they make them two different things,
Right?
but they try to lump derogatory remarks and hate speech in the same thing.
They are.
You're hurting people's feelings.
Oh, no.
Okay, so so they can't use derogatory remarks
Yep.
and critiques
Right.
and hate speech.
Right.
So does that mean that anybody coming in there singing some of the rap songs and stuff that are being done today, or the popular songs going on nowadays, are they shutting that down as well?
Are they white?
That's not what I asked.
Uh-huh. That's the follow-up question. Are they white?
No.
No? Then they're fine.
See, that's where it's wrong. That's where it's wrong.
Yeah.
People are going to treat people. See, I miss the days when you opened your fat mouth to the wrong person
And they smacked it.
and they knocked you on your ass. I miss those days.
And that was it. That was all that happened.
You got your ass beat. You limped away going, I probably shouldn't do that again.
And you learned your lesson.
And you learned your lesson. At the very least, even if it doesn't change your mentality, you at least learned a valuable lesson. Maybe I shouldn't pop off at the mouth.
At least that quickly.
Yeah, right?
Before
Maybe
my mouth
I
gets
should
popped off.
I should keep that in my inside voice.
There's a head voice, and
Yeah.
then there's a voice.
Yeah, let's keep that inside.
To keep that between the ears,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, but still a lesson learned.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lesson learned. We don't do that now. Well, now you just can't say it.
Right. Alvarez acknowledges early on that some instructors might be reluctant to use such ham-fisted censorship measures against student speech, but she assures them they need not fear any repercussions. Quote,
Again, just real fast.
Oh, yeah,
Again,
sorry.
if this is actually hate speech, kill all Jews, kill all Mexicans, kill all white people, kill all black people, whatever.
Yeah.
If it is truly racist, it is truly bad, if it is truly something in that, and I mean real, not just
Real
while he was
bad, yeah.
critiquing him. Shut the hell up.
Stop.
If it's real, then these teachers should be saying something anyway.
Right. Like
And
me
if-
making fun of rap music is not.
No, that's your white critiquingness. And your
Right, but
whiteness.
that's not actual racism.
No, it absolutely is, because you're white and they're black, and you critiquing them.
I
means
thought
you
we
know-
were making a point here.
I am. I'm making my point from their side now.
Quote,
You racist bastard.
one of the fears is that we're going to get in trouble for this, right? Like, we can't tell students that they can't say something in class, but we can. And let me tell you how. In the classroom, free speech does not apply.
That's not true.
The Supreme Court has actually upheld that hate speech, derogatory speech, any of the isms do not apply in the classroom because they do not foster a productive learning environment. And so, as instructors, we can tell our students, no, you don't have the right to say that. Stop talking right now.
Again, if there is a real threat, then you should be doing that anyway, and then it should be going much deeper than just telling them not to say something.
Right.
If it's real, then you should be able to go, hey, you can't be in my class in your room anymore. You need to go away.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
So,
but it has to be clear and across the board. You can't just sit there and go, well, you can't say broad when you're referring to a woman, or we can't read Huckleberry Finn because it uses the N-word.
Wait. Are you saying that I can't say that woman is broad?
You can't. Or rotund.
I thought I was just talking about her shoulders.
Girth positive.
Like, she has broad shoulders.
She does. It's the shoulder pads. It was the thing back in the 80s.
I know, right?
I kind of miss those.
Here's one of the biggest deals that I find in here. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sure.
Reason.com rebutted
Wow.
Alvarez's claim.
Oh my God.
Reason.com said, nay, ma'am.
Wow.
Yeah. Quoting.
I'm actually speechless. I wasn't paying attention to that part.
Reason.com said she is stunningly wrong. Quote, the Supreme Court has never issued a ruling that prohibits hate speech on college campuses or anywhere else.
Nope.
Hate speech, in fact, is a subjective term. For what someone finds hateful might nevertheless be objectively true, and more importantly, fully protected by the First Amendment. Indeed, the Supreme Court explicitly defended hateful expressions in 2017's case of Mattal versus Tam.
I mean, I wasn't very clear on the court case, obviously.
Right, but you understood.
But I knew that
you were right.
But First Amendment kind of extends anywhere.
All
now,
the places.
again, when you are talking about something that is truly dangerous,
right?
That is you have to fear, or someone else is sitting here going, "Look, I don't appreciate you calling me a wop or whatever."
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Now we need to have a conversation.
Now you need to
Okay.
step in and say something.
It's like,
but
all right.
How many times? I cannot be the only person. Be around people. And it doesn't necessarily have to be black folks either when this has happened.
Right.
But you be around some folks and they start calling each other the N-word with zero regard
to their surroundings
or anything else.
Right.
If said person is not upset by it,
then it's not a problem.
Then that's between them two. And
but if they get up, but you being a white person, if you say it and they get upset.
Well, yeah, no, but I'm saying, and then that's a whole different other thing.
Right.
But I'm saying, yeah, if I turn
double
around.
Standards, that's all I'm saying.
But yeah, well, no, it is. Well, we're not talking about that. It's not about the double standard. It's about actual issue. I'm with you, though. But if I turn around and stand up on a desk and point in the face of some black kid and be like, you blankety blank, blankety blank, blank, N-word, blankety blank, blankety blank.
You're a...
Yeah, insert whatever you want to hear.
Whatever,
there.
yeah.
Then, yeah, it's the teacher's responsibility at that point to be like, if you don't get the hell out of my classroom right now,
I'm
and never come back, you're going to be wearing that desk.
I will allow that kid to beat the
Yeah, we'll lock the door and we'll back desks up and let this thing get down. You will be walking out of here, sir. I promise you that.
Right.
Like that.
I'm not going to stop them from tearing you to pieces at this point.
Yeah, but I don't need my job's permission to do what's right, nor do I need my job's instruction on how to do it right.
Right. All it does is it leads to a place to where the person being attacked, or the person attacking with these verbal words and everything else, they're more protected than the person that is getting attacked by it.
Yep. And in the principles of composition, English too. Really?
Right. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's not even in history.
No.
Principles of composition
of English. Yeah. doesn't make any sense.
No, it
Doesn't make any sense.
It don't. It don't. It don't. It don't.
It don't. What happened to Carrie? Nothing happened to Carrie. What do you mean? It's Thursday. She comes on Tuesdays. She had to leave early.
Yeah, she had mom stuff to do.
Yeah, she had mom things. You know, just like the rest of us that have families and all that. She had family things that had to happen.
Yeah,
Sadly.
it's what she do.
Yeah, because she is mom,
Wonder Mom.
and mom is needed at all times. Don't you know? Yeah. Did it. Alvarez.
Hashtag like a retarded native.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's correct. You get that one right there, bud.
I do wish Twitter would allow you to edit a tweet
I know. That'd be really nice to be able to just go back and
instead of doing like that,
just
where
retweet and the cutoff.
we have to, delete it, and go
retweet
back
it. And, yeah, that sucks. Don't die.
Why not? It sounds so appealing.
Sounds peaceful, I'm sure.
Sounds right.
Is that right?
This is Defenders Live.
Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, boom.
You okay over there?
No, I am not. Los Angeles County Sheriff Alex Villanueva. You're welcome.
Good job.
I know. I told you I can read Spanish. I can't hardly read anything else.
It's English.
It's
I've had
the
same
language I'm
problem lately.
fluent in. I can't use at all. But
Lately, I've had the same issue. I don't know what the heck's going on.
it's getting older.
I think so,
It happens.
yeah.
And anyway, he called out several political rivals during a press conference on Wednesday and urged elected officials to declare the homeless crisis in the region a local state of emergency.
Yeah. Duh.
Villanova had defended his plan to clear encampments lining the famous Venice Beach Broadway. Boardwalk. There we go with the English. By 4th of July. And described the situation there as a microcosm of what's going on throughout the entire county of Alai. However, several activist groups and progressive politicians have condemned his strategy, which Villanova says is based on the concept of, quote, regulating public space.
Do you mean like what they're supposed to do?
Yeah, kind of weird how that worked out.
Right?
Sheriff said that local politicians have handcuffed the Los Angeles Police Department from enforcing the law, adding that their LAX or their lax. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's
I get it.
LA. I was thinking of the air.
Lax.
What is the airport doing?
I don't know.
Their lax policies are luring more homeless people from out of state, making Alai the recipient of a national problem. End quote. Part of it is, just so we're clear, part of it is the lax in the law,
Right.
and the other part of it is it's California.
Which
If you're going to be homeless, there's two places you want to be: middle and southern California,
yes.
and Hawaii.
Yes.
That's it. Those are the only, to my knowledge, that
I
I've
mean,
been.
Florida's okay.
No, I'm talking about for year round. for year round.
Yeah, year round. Yeah.
No issues, no nothings.
Right.
I'm not saying California don't get cold, but that's why I said you kind of
Year round, it kind of staggers.
Yeah,
in it.
you get around no higher than LA. You go from Los Angeles south, anywhere in there,
You're just fine.
you're fine. Well, stay out of the mountains.
Also, think about something else. LA, or not LA, but California in general.
Yeah,
Like, literally was the land of plenty.
it was.
It was the land of plenty.
And then the progressives came in and destroyed it like locusts.
Think about before, when people stopped in California, when they finally got to California, and they were literally getting hit in the head with fruit dropping from trees.
Yeah.
You know,
They get there and go, wow, that trek from across the entire
I
country.
stopped in the desert for 5 years. I wish I hadn't.
5,000 miles plus through mountains on a rickety wagon pulled by 2 oxen, and
Yeah.
I've lost uncles and family to dysentery,
because Oregon.
and yeah. And I get here, that doesn't matter. It was all worth it.
Everything was worth it.
Now you go and it's like, what the hell am I doing here?
Yeah, but think about this. Like, okay, so they're currently in a drought, right? A massive.
They're always in a drought.
Yeah, they're in a massive drought, though.
They're always
You
in a
want to
drought.
know why they're in a massive drought?
Because they don't let nature do what nature does.
That's one reason.
That's the main reason.
Do you want to know the other reason?
Sure, enlighten me.
It's to protect a fish that can't swim well.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. I was drinking coffee. And I had a mouthful. And you know, when you have stuff in your mouth,
Yep, you don't
kinda
hear quite right because it goes in the sinuses. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you seriously just tell me that
I did.
they have an intentional drought going to save a fish that can't swim right?
Yep. Do you know how much fresh water they dump into the ocean on an annual basis?
Oh my God, I can't.
They dump so much.
I really didn't know this.
You could flood the entirety of Louisiana in an annual dumping of California water supply.
Oh my God.
Because they're trying to help protect a type of fish that can't swim well and is being killed off in record numbers.
Apparently not in record enough numbers. I'm not fast enough, apparently.
It's the smelt.
If it's just shut up.
I'm not joking. That's what it is.
so
It's the smell. It's the smelt.
Here's what I'm confused on. I'm not even getting into the damn story.
No, we're not even touching
No,
this
we're
yet.
on this now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Tangent time. Let's
we're
go.
sailing this ship.
It's better than swimming.
So hold on. The people who are trying to literally control the weather,
Yes.
who are literally trying to do everything they possibly can to save this retard fish,
Yep.
are the same people who will argue up and down that, you know, Christianity especially, but creationism is crap, and you know, you can't turn around and there's no God and there's no such thing as creation. Everything evolved. So why don't you let this fish evolve? Or does that make too much sense?
No, it's not going to evolve. Smelt can only live for a year. 1 year.
You're not, but
They have a lifespan of 1 year.
I got that. So evolution. If they believe in evolution so much and they believe in all this other stuff in science and blah, 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 blah.
Shouldn't it be survival of the fittest?
Right.
Yeah.
And if it's going to survive, then it will survive on its own outside of you destroying the habitat for other creation, other creatures
Yeah. Yeah.
in the area.
Mm-hmm.
I literally had no idea this was like this.
Yeah.
This is
Look,
fun.
record low abundance reflects decades of habitat change, competition, and predation from non-native species, and multiple years of extreme drought. But that was because of their own. See, what they're doing is they're taking the fresh water and they're dumping it in the salt water so that it doesn't kill the area in which the smelt live.
Or you just leave it the hell alone. I
the smelt can't swim well. And so they're easy targets and prey for predators.
And I'm telling you, I have this bad feeling now. I really do. I have this horrible feeling that something is going to happen. And some jackass somewhere
Yep.
is going to put out some kind of a petition, make some kind of a thing about saving plankton. Do you know?
You have to protect the plankton.
Do you know how much plankton
It's in the ocean.
a single blue whale eats
A lot.
at a one time?
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of plankton.
The plankton are dying in
The
record
the
numbers.
plankton and algae that they eat.
in record numbers.
Yeah.
So, what we need to do is drop, I don't know, your radiated uranium into the ocean. I don't.
Specifically onto the whales.
Onto every whale you find.
We have to kill all the whales to save the plankton.
Stupid. Oh my God, it's so stupid.
Pig pulled the snarky jackal. Who smelt it, dealt it.
Actually, it's
Delta
Delta
it.
it. But yeah, I see what
Close
you
enough.
see what you did there. That was
Nice. That's very good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. By the way. Since we're on the topic of California, another thing California did very quietly,
Of course. Well, it's because nobody pays attention there. But go ahead.
like they put in a bill for like $80 million to clean up the forests, to finally clean up all the debris in the forest after, years and years and years of saying that Donald Trump and us and everybody else saying that you need to clean the forest. That's stupid. And now they put in a bill for like $80 million to clean the forest so that the forest fires don't get out of control.
How the hell are they going to pay for that?
I don't know.
They're in so far in the red right now.
With smelt.
My God. Like, don't get me wrong. We need to be good stewards. But if they're dying,
they should have been doing this in the first place.
if they're dying
Yes.
outside of our control,
Right.
then leave them the hell alone.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like you don't destroy civilization. You don't end society.
You don't kill human beings to save a fish that can't swim.
Yeah, that's
It's like, I'm sorry.
how. Okay,
If
no,
the dodos were still around,
they'd be trying.
they'd be trying to save them from jumping off of cliffs.
I know. I here's the thing: is California is going completely out of its way to save a fish that is too retarded to swim.
Yes.
But they have no problems slaughtering unborn children in the womb.
And they also have no problems leaving out the homeless to their own devices and never supporting them.
Thank you, California, for at least being consistent. I mean,
Just think about that. Once again, the land of plenty has turned into the land of smelt and shit.
Yay!
That's on fire constantly.
B from the SAV. I think the PC term is aquatically challenged fish. Retarded fish is too offensive.
To retards, yes.
It's a
sorry,
retard fish.
sorry, people who are
I
retarded.
don't care. No, because even people aren't retarded anymore.
Right, that's
Remember,
right,
you don't
that's
say
right.
that they're
Sorry,
mentally
handicapped,
challenged.
yeah.
They don't even handicap.
Yeah,
them.
mentally disabled.
Something like that. There's some kind of weird,
Even though-
they're special. I don't know whatever new thing they're calling
Oh,
it now. So
God.
retard isn't even being
Yeah,
used.
you can't even
anymore.
use retard. So,
Oh, I'm bringing it back.
let's do it.
I'm bringing retard back.
Well, I mean, yeah. To retard something is to downgrade it. So let's do this.
It's a fish that can't swim. You really cannot get any more the definition of retarded.
It's a
than that.
retarded fish.
Like, and I'll argue it up and down. A penguin is a retarded bird
I'm sorry, but
because he can't fly. He's a
Yes.
bird that can't fly.
it's retarded.
He's
but
retarded.
He swims really well.
Still retarded.
Really well. Duck-billed platypus.
Oh my God. No. No, that was just God going, you know what? It's been almost 7 days. I'm tired of this crap.
There you go. That's all the leftovers here.
This
This will keep them guessing.
will keep them busy for a while.
Like, what the?
God, what were you thinking?
Exactly.
I wasn't.
You thought I was thinking?
Yeah. Let's see. I don't even know where we're at now. I can't even pay attention anymore.
I'm sorry.
Villanova staged a multimedia presentation going back to LA that included images of homeless encampments, news clips of fires and violent confrontations in the Venice neighborhood.
Yes.
Various graphs where he says to prove, quote, the failed formula applied year after year isn't
After year.
working.
After year.
After year.
After year.
Venice Beach is not that great.
No, it's not.
I mean, I understand there's that, I don't know, it's not nostalgia, but
Grand Theft Auto.
I mean, there's that,
There's Grand Theft Auto.
but that's it. Like there's not a lot else to Venice Beach. It's just popular. I mean,
Right.
it's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
Continuing on, he identified
LA.
Mayors Eric Garcetti, the LA City Council, and the powerful LA County Board of Supervisors as the, quote, architects of failure, claiming they don't want law enforcement involved with solving homeless issues.
Mm-hmm.
Villanova then said their inaction and refusal to adjust their policies as the homeless count increased over the years has forced the sheriff's department to step in. Quote, this is a crisis. We need to take it seriously. These are existential threats to the lives and livelihoods of LA County residents, and all I get from our architects is indifference because it's not part of their agenda.
It's not what we do, guy.
It's not part of their woke rationale that we need to leave law enforcement out of the homeless problem, end quote. Villanova went on to accuse the city and county governments of wasting taxpayer money through their associations with nonprofit organizations and called for more transparency. Quote, I guarantee you the more money that gets thrown at the homeless, the more these mystery fly-by-night operations are going to start appearing. We have no idea who they are, what they are, or where the money goes.
Yep. The more money the government's willing to dole out to anybody who's willing to take on the cause.
Money doesn't money doesn't solve anything.
It really doesn't.
Can it be helpful? Yes. Is it a nice tool to have sometimes? Yes. But it doesn't fix anything, and we all know this. And hats off to this guy for taking in initiative and saying, you know what? Screw y'all.
Press conference.
Right.
I'm holding a presser.
I've done this job long enough. I'm ready to retire now.
I'm done.
Let's
I'm
go
ready.
out with
Let's
a
go.
bang. On Thursday, the sheriff released a letter he sent to the Board of Supervisors requesting that they declare a local state of emergency, which would allow the county to apply for funding from Federal Emergency Management Agency, or the FEMA.
The FEMA?
Because we all know that's going to go well.
Yeah, but if they get the money from the FEMA and not the FEMA shelters, it would be better.
No, it wouldn't, because it'll end up going into the pockets of other corrupt politicians that are in L.A.
Very true.
Quote, residents and business owners should not be subjected to walking around piles of trash and human feces in their neighborhoods, business, parks, and communities. Failed policies, self-interest groups, and political agendas are enabling the national crisis to fester within our communities. The sheriff said he was drafting another letter to Mayor Garcetti telling him to unhandcuff the LAPD.
Unshackle us.
And allow law enforcement officers to do their job.
That's kind of the thing.
There's a time, quote, where you just have to call people out and cut through the BS.
I mean, it's the time of the season.
This is that moment in history for the entire region to say enough is enough and let's get the job done.
Right.
End quote.
You know what?
I like this guy.
Guy's right.
He absolutely is right. Like
He's got his stuff together. Unlike most people.
He's not going to last long.
No, probably not. But I don't think he cares anymore.
Oblivion flickering over on Twitter. We need to provide dentures for sharks that can't chew. Isn't it like that? Did you ever hear about that study of, what was it? They built some study that dumped a boatload of money into the studying of coming up with a treadmill for shrimp.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. An actual a treadmill for shrimp.
Shrimp?
I think it was shrimp. Yeah,
Shrimp?
I believe so.
A shrimp treadmill.
Yeah. I know. Let's see. B from the SAV. I'm bringing retard back. Hey, intern, isolate the audio, please. Let's see. People Snarky Jackal, also on Twitter, also means inhibiting, e.g., flame retardant.
Yep, to delay or hold back.
There you go. Adam W. Johnson, actually, I think penguins are autistic. They can't fly, but they can dance. And then there's the gif of Dick Van Dyke dancing with the penguins from, is that Mary Poppins? Or
Mary
is that
Poppins. That's Mary
Okay.
Poppins. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I get them
Yeah.
mixed up. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, but that's fine. Speaking of getting mixed up, Representative Rashida Tlaib alleged
Allegedly.
that opposition to critical race theory is in itself rooted in racism. Referring to comments from General Mark Milley. Yeah, Mark Milley.
Or Miley.
Probably Milley. I'm going to go Milley. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the
It's
lawmaker.
Miley.
What?
It's Miley.
What?
General Mark Miley.
What?
Yeah.
With two L's?
Mm-hmm.
It's got two L's.
Doesn't matter.
Mile is M-I-L-E.
Yeah, but you're thinking of like a mile. Like
Yeah.
a unit of measurement. That's not.
That's
it's
still-
a name. A name
I understand.
Names kind of go outside that.
I know, they go outside the realm.
That barrier.
But they shouldn't.
I know they shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
But they do. I
shouldn't.
I truly believe it's actually Miley.
It's probably Miley. But too bad it's Mark Milley. The lawmaker.
Dude, he is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
I don't care.
I don't either.
I have no respect of these things anymore.
I don't either.
The lawmaker tweeted that the opposition to critical race theory is obviously rooted in racism and has just become the newest dog whistle for racism. Hey, do you hear that?
I don't hear anything.
Exactly, because it's a dog whistle. I'm human. Thank you.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
But hold on. I'm confused about the statement. Go back. Just a
What,
teensy
just
bit.
a little
Just so
bit?
we can look at this together.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna one more time.
Her quote.
Yeah.
Opposition to critical race theory is obviously rooted in racism and has just become the newest dog whistle for racist. Okay? How is it that opposition to critical race theory is obviously racist
Right.
if it's a dog whistle?
It can't be, obviously. And
It can't
also a
be
dog whistle.
both.
Right. Dog whistle is something that humans can't hear that only dogs can.
True, but just so we're clear, the definition they're using it for is it's a hidden code.
Right.
It's a warning signal that
It's
no one else
underhanded
picks up.
talking,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. But it can't be underhanded and backroom
Also,
stuff
yeah.
and then be obvious.
Right.
You retard. I'm
hey,
doing it today.
hey.
And she's a retard.
I'm obviously going to take the watch off of your arm.
Why?
It's a dog whistle.
It does have a whistle on it. It does. See? Stop. It's got a whistle on it. It's got a saw, a compass, like 80 feet of paracord.
You have a rape whistle on
do.
your watch.
Look, a guy can never be too safe.
It's true.
If something ever happens and my gun is ever out of reach, I have my rape whistle.
And a saw.
And a saw. Oh, and a fire starter right there.
I'm sorry. And it's also paracord.
And it's paracord.
Yeah, so you
no,
can
this
pop
is,
that out.
There's like, if my memory serves me right, there's supposed to be like 7 or 8 different things that this thing has on here.
Yeah, I get to.
Fire starter, saw, paracord,
Whistle,
whistle, compass.
Yeah.
Obviously the watches. There's something else on
What's the
here.
Velcro on the back there.
Oh, that's just to do a little bit of adjusting. So like,
Oh, okay. I got you.
See?
So you could,
if you're a fatter guy than me,
or bigger wristed person.
yeah, much bigger wristed person than me,
And that means you got to exercise
you can
in a
still
different
adjust
way.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I just find it funny because you like take your whistle off because it's a dog whistle. No, it does. It's
It's
right
a whistle.
there.
It's actually a whistle. It's there.
I
Sorry, that's
brought a prop and you didn't even know it.
I know, right? That just kind of worked out. I didn't even expect that. It's good.
Anyway,
Quote. But I don't think it's important actually for those of us in uniform to be open-minded and be widely read, said the general. And the United States Military Academy is a university, and it is important that we train and we understand. And I want to understand white rage, and I'm white.
what? Did he have a stroke? What? That
I
doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
This was part of the things that he testified during the House Armed Services Committee.
He had to have had a stroke.
I think he
because
did.
That doesn't make any sense.
It basically, he's white and he doesn't understand white rage.
Peekapool Snarky Jackal over our Twitter makes a very good point. I was trying to allude to this, but he made it more clear.
Yeah.
It's interesting how the racist dog whistles, which by definition can only be heard by racists, are always heard by the left.
It's funny how that works.
It is really weird. It's kind of what one might say a coinky dink.
What?
What?
Adam W. Johnson had Dylan's watch can do everything except tell time.
Actually, that's kind of right.
Yeah. It's off by a few minutes.
It is. And I think, I don't know if it's the batteries going dead, because I had another watch. Okay, just side tangent, since we want to talk about my watch.
Talk about watches.
I had another watch that was a dual watch that was analog and digital at the same time.
Yeah. And it has two separate batteries.
Well, it does, but I found out that on the other watch that if I made the wristband too tight on my wrist, I think it was locked.
Crush the gears?
It would crush the gears and would slow the clock down. Now this, you can see, is fairly loose on.
Yeah,
But for some strange reason, it is the time is off. I have to adjust it quite often. So thank you for calling me out on that.
Yeah.
I do have a watch that it doesn't exactly tell time. It does, but I have to check it and verify it. And thanks, jerk.
Yeah. Millie Miley Marinade. Blah, blah, blah.
Millie Miley Marinade?
Yeah, exactly. Referred to January 6th. Quote, what is it that caused thousands of people to assault this building and try to overturn the Constitution of the United States of America?
Hold on.
What caused that? I want to find that out.
What caused what?
Exactly. I know what caused it. Do you want to know?
No,
I can tell him what caused it.
Yeah, I can
tell him.
I can too, but what?
They were let in.
They were. Someone opened the door and went, oh shit, there's people coming. No, but overturn the Constitution?
Yeah.
You mean overthrown tyranny?
Yeah, because we're not overturning the Constitution. The people that were there were not overturning the Constitution.
No.
Actually, they were standing up for the Constitution.
Well,
they were a little bit overzealous.
No.
The people that were there that were actually violent were people that were plants trying to do things stupid.
Yeah.
To cause more problems. But he continues on saying, "I want to maintain an open mind here, and I don't want to analyze it, and do want to analyze it. Sorry, I want to maintain an open mind and want to analyze it. What's important? It's important that we understand that because our soldiers, sailors, our airmen, Marines, and Guardians, they come from the American people. So it is important that the leaders now and in the future do understand it."
What the hell are you talking about?
I've read Mao Zedong. I've read Karl Marx. I've read Lenin.
We can tell.
That doesn't make me a communist.
Well,
So what is wrong with understanding? Having some situational understanding about the country for which we are here to defend.
Because neither Mao Zedong or Karl Marx or Lenin are from America, have lived in America, have ever been,
They actually wanted to undermine America.
Yeah, they have no real grasp of what America really is about. Mm-hmm. Being born here at least gives you a little bit of a leg up to be able to get that.
Yeah.
None of those guys did. You're trying to get your opinion of your country from people who've never been to the country. And your Joint Chief of Staff, you're a jackass.
We're all over there on the D Live. He's just reading some bullshit political PR boilerplate that he was handed.
Yeah, no, I know.
That makes sense.
I know. And he's going to go back and tee off at 4 o'clock. We know.
Yeah.
We know.
He's just going to let it go.
Thank God for American Pride Roasters coffee.
It's the only thing that keeps us sane.
Yeah, because I can at least afford that. At this point, I can't. The way thing,
Yes.
it's a good thing I'm broke because otherwise I'd be an alcoholic.
Right.
Anyway, so
AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
I can be an alcoholic of American Pride Roasters coffee.
That you could.
Yes.
Capaholic.
Yes.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it in your mouth.
That's right.
Historically great coffee. AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Don't forget to go to Mojo50.com where you can find all the hosts on the Mojo50 Radio Network and check us out on all the social medias at DOA Show and go to our website, DOAShow.com. We've got a whole nother hour.
Whole nother one.
So keep up with us.
We'll be right back.
Getting kind of tied in on that one.
Adam Johnson. I think I'm winning
Yeah.
the triggering Dylan contest. I'd like to thank members of the Academy.
Don't forget to thank God. Going back to the conversation the other day.
I would have peed myself if he'd have said that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd first like to thank God, and then
I would have peed myself. That would have been
that'd have been so good,
fantastic.
right? Because we keep up with those
'Cause
ideas.
we get the joke.
So good. Oh, we'd have been a part of that joke. It'd have been great.
I know. It's like, oh, I'm part of something.
Oh, he missed it. He
not-
missed the chance.
I know. The moment's gone. Way to go, Adam. You ruined it. That's okay. Could have been worse. Oh my God. Oh, thank you. Yep. Yep.
We were so close, Adam.
I
So close.
mean, it was still good.
Oh yeah, it was really
Still good. Don't get me
But
wrong.
it could have been better.
But yeah, no, let's just say a missed opportunity. Do.
Because it all goes back to the whole idea of rappers thanking God for.
I know. After they talk about killing people and raping and drugs
Yeah.
and everything else, yeah,
Beating
it's
women and
irony.
yeah, it's fun stuff.
Yeah.
Irony.
Big Pharma Steve.
It's good times, man.
It was paved paradise and put up a parking lot.
That's
Not
right.
Tore down. But I still get it.
It's close. Once again, missed it by that much.
But A for effort.
Yeah. Well,
No, I'll give him an A. I'll give him an A.
all right.
I mean, it's
Kissing up to the audience.
an old stupid song that
It's
no one listens to anymore.
right.
It was made popular. To me, it was made popular by Amy Grant.
Really?
Yeah, that was the first time I heard it.
Oh yeah, no, I heard the original one.
Yeah, I don't know who the original was, but yep.
Yeah, I didn't hear the Amy Grant one.
Because back then I was just listening to music because it doesn't make sense to me. It's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I can sing with that. That's pretty cool. I didn't give a damn about the lyrics or what they meant. And
See, I've always been about the lyrics, man.
no,
I like lyrics. I
do
to
now.
know. I like to know what the lyrics are.
I'm actually very militant about that because, I don't like kids listening to certain stuff.
Yeah, I like pointing out the lyrics to songs that my wife is playing with the kids, and she's like, "Oh yeah, they're doing the song and they're half singing it, and the kids are half singing it."
You
I'm
do
like,
know what that means,
You
right?
do. You did hear what he just said, right? You did hear what you just said, right? You know, the words you just had come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You caught that, right?
Yeah.
No, what did you? Pay attention.
Probably shouldn't be saying that one.
Right. Just say it.
Just saying.
Just say it.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, ready, breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
Adam W. Johnson over on Twitter. Holy smokes. I think where I'm winning the Trigger at Dylan Lyles contest this week. I'd like to first thank the members of the Academy.
Yes. Once missed it by that much.
You did. You
missed it by that much.
I would have pissed myself if you'd have said at first, I'd like to thank God. I would have died.
It'd have been great. So close.
Still good.
But so close.
So close to being almost perfect.
Right.
By that much. Still good.
And if you don't understand what we're talking about and
you
why,
need to go back to
you need to go back and listen to
yesterday.
the rest of the week, basically.
Yeah, go back to yesterday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Especially.
Right.
Catch up on all that jazz.
Yeah.
Find out what are we talking about.
Yeah.
Stay in the know.
Yeah. You should actually keep up with us.
You should follow along on all the social medias, like and share and comment and stuff, because the more you do that, the more it pisses off Facebook and the other algorithms, and the more people can become involved.
Right.
Because
The more involved you are, the more interaction we get from everybody else.
you know what they say, then the more the merrier.
Yes. Well,
It would be the more the merrier.
we would be merrier.
I would be.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the more people coming in here and making jokes like that, that's fantastic.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Keep up.
I know. Okie dokie. So,
All right.
Representative Lauren Boebert
Boebert. Yeah.
has introduced a resolution to censure President Biden for what she has called a dereliction of duty at the U.S.-Mexican border.
You said duty.
I know.
So,
You.
I got a question.
I figured
Little-
you might.
Small, little
I
bit.
figured you might.
President Biden.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't he basically censored himself?
Pretty much.
Like
To the point that
If
he's like, I'm leaving it all up to Kamala. She can do it.
Kamala has everything.
Yeah.
Like she's doing everything. Even the times when he is in the public eye.
He's self-censored himself.
He can't hold himself together for more than 10 minutes.
No, he he's like, yay, I'm president. I'm going to sit here behind this desk. Kamala, you handle everything else.
When you think about like a figurehead for a country, he is the atypical idea of what people think a
America
figurehead
is.
No,
Well,
a figurehead is.
Yeah, well, that too.
Like a country figurehead, somebody who is literally just there to
He's a-
fill the spot.
he's a
He is
seat
spot.
warmer.
Yeah, he's a seat warmer, a spot fill,
Got to keep that chair filled with somebody's butt.
and might as well be him.
Yeah, because you
But
don't want
okay,
him out doing
all right.
things.
Legally censure him. Go ahead. Let's see. Go ahead.
Because that's not going to be a complete and total waste of time, even if you could pull it off.
Because he's going to be dead in a year.
Not even that. Like, he's already censored himself. He's not doing it.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a flying fig about the Mexican border. He doesn't care. He goes, Kamala Harris, please handle this. I'm going to go back and play Pong.
Doop.
That's because I couldn't think of the name. You remember it's not even Pong. What I was in my brain wanting him to be playing is, you remember that thing you would get at Golden Corral, that triangle, and you have to move the pegs and have one peg
Yeah.
left?
The peg game.
Peg game. I don't know what the name of it is besides
just a peg game.
He's trying to beat that.
Oh, he's only got
He's up to
He's
his-
never gotten past getting to 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's at his 6s now.
Yeah,
And
he's in his 6s.
He's confident that by the end of the month he'll make his 5s. I'm just saying.
He has 6 left.
But he's already censored
Always.
himself. He's already backed away. He's already he's already dumped the responsibility off onto somebody else. Censoring him isn't going to do anything. You're wasting your time. You want to censure somebody, you censure Kamala for pretty much the same thing.
Right, yes, because she was given the responsibility to go to the Mexican border And she hasn't done it until next week.
Yeah.
She's doing it next week.
Oh, good for her. Finally.
Next week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because then now it's out of the news and everything
You
else.
want to know why? Because they fired the main guy that's been working the border.
Well, that, and isn't Trump supposed to be going down there at some point?
Oh, he already did.
Oh, that's right. That's why.
Yeah, he already did.
He showed up and said,
Guys,
WTF.
ain't nothing happening.
Yeah. More than 20 House Republicans quickly signed as co-sponsors, ripping Biden and the Vice President Kamala Harris, who the president put in charge of the border. Quote, they must be held accountable. That's why today I am proud to lead my colleagues in filing a bill to censure President Joe Biden for his dereliction of duty and failing to secure the southern homeland. It always bothers me when they say that word.
Stop. Yeah. Can we stop saying homeland?
We're not Germany or Russia.
We're
Stop
not.
it.
Yeah.
Same thing, like homeland and comrade. Every time I hear comrade, my eye twitches.
Like, if you aren't pretending to be a Russian, I don't want to hear it.
Nah, if you better be an actual effing Russian. And
No. I'm talking about like if you're not an actor pretending to be a Russian in a movie, I don't want to hear
Well, but
it.
that's what I mean. Like the situation doesn't have you as being. I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear comrade.
I hate it. I hate it so bad. Continuing on, he has refused to enforce the laws that Congress has passed to secure the border, and he has refused to visit the border. That, according to Bolbert. His border czar, Kamala, has failed to visit the border. His Secretary of Homeland Security is lying to the American people, saying that our border is closed. Meanwhile, this administration is dumping fuel on this fire by flying illegal immigrants from Central America at taxpayer expense and allowing thousands of illegal immigrants to enter and remain in our communities.
Yeah, don't forget that he's allowing those people that got deported back.
Yeah. Girls are being assaulted. Children are being abandoned at the border. Families are self-separating because of Joe Biden's policies. Children 6 years of age and under may cross with an adult, but 7-year-olds and older are sent back.
Yep.
So parents are choosing to self-separate from their children, putting their children into the hands of the cartel. And then this administration reunites them in another area of the country on the other side of the border. Our law enforcement has been overrun, and speaking with one Border Patrol agent, he said he had a plan. But like the famous saying goes, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face. And the Biden regime has punched our Border Patrol agents in the face.
Multiple times.
Repeatedly.
Constantly.
With a chair.
Right.
Representative Andy Briggs, representative from Arizona, also blasted Biden's administration as a complete disaster.
Well, he is in Arizona, and that is a border state.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. President Joe Biden, quote, President Joe Biden and Vice President Harris have sent an unequivocal message that they prefer illegal immigrants over Americans, and their radical agenda has erased our southern border.
So
quote.
Peekapoo over there wanted to point out that they don't use the word homeland. They use Fajaland and Majaland.
I hear tomato. It's the same thing to me.
And actually, they do use homeland.
They have on occasion.
Do you know that the first Department of Homeland Security was actually
Set
German?
up under
It was German.
Hitler.
Yeah.
It was Hitler's brown shirts. My memory serves me correctly.
And they were the words were Homeland Security
yeah,
Agency.
not a fan. So
When you took it from German to English, it was Homeland Security. I'm sorry, no.
what I'm saying is only Europeans have ever referred to their home country as a homeland or a fatherland or a motherland. Americans have never done that right now.
It's our land.
Yeah, this land is your land.
This land is our land.
From
This land
California.
to the New York Island.
Go, Bernie, go. I couldn't do it.
You were going to keep going, weren't you?
I was about to. Big Pharma Steve also on Twitter. Are we saying that Biden is less competent than William J. Lepetamine?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Work. Hello, boys. Did you miss me? I missed you. Love that movie. And then finally, B from the SAV. Listen to every word from @DOA Show to become one of the merry men or women. Then you'll earn your Defender's tights. because
Well.
we're men.
Men in tights.
Men in tights.
Although we don't.
Ooh.
There's no forest roaming here.
Speak for yourself. Oblivion flickering also on Twitter. Denial of racism is proof of guilt.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah. Everybody hurts. Okay.
Sometime.
Anyway.
Continuing on.
Former President Donald Trump, who plans to visit the border soon, took credit for pressuring Harris into going.
I was pretty sure he'd already gone.
I don't think it had happened yet because I think her getting down there is going to beat him by like a day.
Oh, is that it?
I think I haven't looked at the stuff.
He planned it, and then she was like, "No, we got to do something.
Yeah, I got to get down there now.
I got to be down there first." Optics.
Yeah, pretty much. Quote, after months of ignoring the crisis at the southern border, it is great that we got Kamala Harris to finally go and see the tremendous destruction, death that we have created, a direct result of Biden ending my very tough but fair border policy. That was a quote from
See, here's
the Donald J's.
Here's the problem.
With
The biggest issue here is that it took Donald Trump coming out back into the spotlight for them to actually move.
yeah.
That's what happened. And do not. That's where we're going. That's
where we're
That's
going.
where we're going. Peekapoo, that's where we're going.
Keep going. We'll check
Not
that
her.
in a minute.
Anyway, it took Trump
Yeah.
coming back into the spotlight. It took him getting back into the news. It took him announcing that he was going to start his tour
Yeah.
at the border
Yeah. Gonna do a bunch of rallies and stuff.
to get our current government to do anything, not just to even show up.
Again, I'm not one for being a sycophant or, people worship.
I don't people worship.
I don't either. But what I'm getting ready to say is it is going to suck when that man does die. Because apparently all he has to do is insinuate and make things look like he's going to try and run again, and it scares the snot out of him for them to do something.
And then they
When
throw
he
it out.
dies, they're going to be like, screw it. We ain't got no way to make us do anything now.
Nobody else is that big of an ass.
Why the hell do I need to do it now?
Right.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Trump added that if he and Texas Republican Governor Greg Abbott, quote, weren't going there next week, she never would have gone.
That's true.
That's true, too.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Bone over on Twitter. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy. Harumph. You bought your ass. Give the governor a harumph.
So I've got
So there you go.
yeah.
Border.
Yeah,
Yay.
border. So I've got a cousin in the news biz. You know that, right? I've got a cousin
You do?
in the news biz.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Distant cousin.
Like how distant?
Well, closely related to Michael Knowles. Distant.
So what, like 6 marriages out, kind of?
Yeah, sort of like that. Yeah. Like
His great
twice removed. Let's say twice removed.
It's
Well, we're going to say at least twice removed here.
Really?
Yeah, twice removed.
Okay.
Yeah, but they've been in trouble recently. And so it doesn't look good on them.
Your cousin?
Yeah,
Okay.
they've been in trouble.
For what?
Things they say. And they do news.
Oh, they do.
They do news sometimes.
You keep saying they.
Yeah.
Is it a cousin?
Yes,
Then why are you saying they?
because I'm being general.
Is it a man or a woman?
That's a good question.
Oh, that's why it's a they. Do you happen to resemble this individual?
That's why I'm saying cousin.
Oh.
Distant cousin. I don't resemble them. But there is a familiarity to it.
That person resembles you? Is
I
that
would,
what we're
I
trying
would say,
to?
yeah, closer to that.
Even though this
Yeah.
person, I believe, is actually older than you,
Yes.
but they resemble you.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I will not claim anything beyond that.
Okay.
So much so that my father has even made jokes about it. So that's sad to me. All right.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So, gosh.
Go ahead.
The Rachel Maddow's.
Oh, that cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
So,
What about him?
There's been
Him.
some controversy, right?
No. What?
Between the Maddow's.
No.
Yeah, and Tucker Carlson
So what you're saying is
and the Cuomo's.
there's a clan war going on between the Carlsons and the Maddows
and a lot of things.
and the Cuomos.
Mm-hmm.
Families are at war.
Yeah.
It's been going on forever. No one knows
It's
the real
been
reason why.
so long.
It's ranked up there with the Hatfields and McCoys.
It is really, it really is. Anyway, so I'm just gonna read this so you can get a good understanding of what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, the jealous competitors of Tucker Carlson have increasingly relied upon the same argument to dismiss any news broken by his top-rated show, claiming that Carlson's lawyers admitted that his show is not journalism and Carlson does not pretend to be truthful. CNN's Chris Cuomo,
Okay.
that Fredo guy,
Yeah.
provided a prime example on Wednesday. Quote, here's what should bother you. His employer said in an open court that he is not taken seriously.
To be taken seriously.
Yeah, he's not to be taken seriously.
Okay.
Right.
But you should be.
Continuing on, why are they telling you, quote, don't take this man as truthful, but because we said in open court he is not to be believed by reasonable people. They said it.
Okay.
CNN's medical expert, Dr. Jonathan Reiner, summarized the argument last month in his own opinion,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
saying in the past, Fox's own lawyers have argued that Carlson shouldn't be taken seriously after Carlson accused former Playboy model Karen McDougal of extorting President Donald Trump's money.
But she did.
Right. She filed a defamation lawsuit against Donald Trump.
She's after the money
She was after the money.
because she isn't doing well in the
Right.
film.
Right. The film.
The
The
film.
adult film. The one adult film.
Oh, she's done more than one.
Yeah, but she's not doing good in them.
No.
Or that one.
No. I
Since the judge's decision last September that allegations that the allegations that Fox News admitted Tucker Carlson is a liar has become ubiquitous among the less successful legacy media.
Okay.
The Washington Post claimed that the ruling provided Carlson's show to allow him to spew nonsense because Carlson's mind is an inscrutable mess. NPR crafted the headline at your expense. Quote, you literally can't believe the fact that Tucker Carlson tells a fact that he tells you. So says Fox's lawyers. A gleeful Rachel Maddow,
Your cousin.
my cousin, distant, very distant cousin, very distant.
Not if you look at you guys head on, it's not. Y'all are both a little closer to that family tree than you care to admit.
Distant cousin,
Distant my ass.
distant cousin.
Okay. It's your lie. You tell it how you want to.
Right. Let me take my glasses off and then we don't look the same already. Anyway, Maddow reported that a journalist of the conservative One American Network, Christian Rouse, also worked as a freelance writer for Russia's Sputnik News. Maddow said that that this revelation, which came in July of 2019, shortly after the Mueller report dispelled notions that the Trump campaign colluded with Russia during the 2016 presidential election, which she also said was true, provided the pro-Trump OANN, quote, really? Literally is paid Russian propaganda. Well, the OANN hit Maddow with a $10 million defamation lawsuit, noting that the network does, quote, not receive any money from Russian governments, and OANN does not get paid by Russia, and OANN has absolutely no relationship with Russia. Maddow's attorney made a similar argument as Tucker Carlson. which became part of the official ruling when the U.S. District Judge Cynthia Beshant dismissed the case. Quote, Maddow does not keep her political views a secret, and therefore audiences could expect her to use subjective language to that comports with her political opinions. A reasonable viewer would not conclude that the contested statement implies an assertion of objective fact.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm fading out. So the point of this article is basically that one news network is saying that the
other news
quote
network
unquote
defamed them.
The opposition network
Right.
called them names.
Yes.
And isn't telling the truth. They're liars and pants on fire.
Right.
And big meanie poo-poo heads.
Right.
And then it is found out that the ones that are complaining about that are also being found out to actually be big meanie poo-poo heads themselves. And now they're getting it. So it's just it's a bunch. Basically, this is a bunch of kids in a schoolyard pointing and going, "You're just a jerk," and and complaining.
Yeah.
That's all this is.
Except for the fact that Rachel Maddow is now it's now in court documents that by the same logic of Tucker Carlson being a complete and utter nonsense.
Yeah. Well, that goes without saying.
If Tucker Carlson is complete and utter nonsense, then Rachel Maddow is also complete and utter nonsense. Yeah. So says the judge.
What is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Right.
I mean,
so if you can't believe, if you can't take Tucker Carlson seriously and separate out the
political bias from
the bias conjecture from the actual truth, then you also can't do that with Rachel Maddow.
Yeah, I don't understand what the problem is.
It's like
aside from everybody pointing and suing because they're
pointing and
butt
suing.
Hurt.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. So basically, Rachel Maddow has now been legally called a silly goose.
Silly goose.
A silly goose.
Jesus. That was
in that hot water.
Sure, go for it. Whatever. Whatever. I don't care.
It was a long way to the well, okay?
Oh, holy God.
Very long way to the well.
And
it took
a dry walk, too.
It took some backstory.
It took a lot of something.
It took a lot of backing.
Patience and
time.
I
don't even know why they printed this story. It was
I
a
could
really
have
long
used
story.
a stiff drink.
Yes.
You could have prepared me for the boredom that was to come.
No, I can't. That's why you have coffee.
You suck.
Yeah.
You suck.
I was trying to let you know in advance, but
we're going on a trip in a favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky.
Little Maddow.
Steven's gonna read this song.
You're right.
Okay.
All right. And well, we only have like a minute left, so
yeah. So I'm not even gonna get into that one.
No.
It's just dumb. Adam W. Johnson over on Twitter, and yet the comedy show Gutfeld.
Yes.
Also runs circles around Maddow's ratings, so who cares?
Right. Yes, that's correct. High Ground Slug. Tucker Carlson shouldn't be taken seriously? Can you say our attempts to cancel Tucker Carlson failed miserably?
Yeah, pretty much there. And
it's the Tux.
I mean, he's okay.
Yeah.
He's okay.
I'm not a fan of any big news people, so it's not.
Well, I'm not either. Like, that's the thing. Again,
is he okay? Yes. But is he actually a journalist?
No, he's not. No. It's the same thing. And I was going to go back to the whole thing with Cuomo, which he wasn't even hardly mentioned. But with Cuomo, am I the only person that's bothered by the fact that, you have a politician related to a guy who happens to also be at a quote-unquote high-level reputable news station?
Right.
In the exact same, not just state, but city.
Building, almost.
Almost.
Pretty much right next to each other.
And nobody goes, that's not right.
That's probably not where
that could be an issue. Nope, nobody does that.
Nope. Toby McAvoy over there on the Twitters at DOA Show. Hashtag arm yourselves doo-doo poopy head. It's the technical jargon that keeps me listening.
Yeah, I know. See? Nothing but the
best.
The apex of professionalism.
That's all here.
Yeah, I mean,
So good that we have to repeat it twice just to get it right.
da-na, da-na-na-na-na-na.
Da 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 da. We should see about throwing our show up on OAN.
Step ahead of you, bud. Step ahead of you.
We should do that.
Steps ahead of you.
Good man. By the way, if you guys know of any networks that have some opening spots or that's just out there, other than Mojo, because we want to get a bigger footprint out there.
We're not leaving Mojo.
We're not leaving Mojo. We love Mojo.
I need to make that clear
Yeah,
because
we're
there's some
not
people
leaving
who just,
Mojo. We just want to make a bigger footprint. So
people who listen
if
on
you
all
know
things who just can't.
any radio
Shut the
station
hell
out
up.
there that you think needs some dumpster fire,
Which I would argue should be everyone.
right? But
Everyone should be punished by this.
yes, at all times.
I like to think of us as the you remember the creature in the Bible during Revelation that God described that had like the face of the man and had the body of a lion and wings like an eagle, had the tail of the scorpion, and every time it stung you had like the pain. Like I like to think of us as them. You're painful in so many ways.
Right.
You know, actual professional people are like, "Oh dear God, it hurts."
It's terrible.
Yet these guys are here, and you're like, "Yes, we are."
Yes.
In your face.
We are the chimera of death. Of the dumpster fire.
I'll take it.
The chimera of dumpster. Anyway, just saying.
This is Defenders Live.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
The last half hour of the show for the night.
I know. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's gone. So gone. Sorry,
Guess what?
chicken butt?
No.
What's that?
It's been
1 week since you looked at me.
well, it's actually been a year.
1
since-
week since you died last year.
Yeah. It's been a year since the Floyd.
Since a year since you were been here.
Right, since the Floyds.
We haven't stopped arguing or fighting at all.
Right. And American corporations have earmarked over $37 billion towards social justice initiatives.
And how has that worked out so far?
I want to help you, Jimmy Neutron.
That's a good try.
Thank you. I only realized it after I did it the first time. I was like, that's that kid.
I like llamas. Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Anyway, the death of George Floyd led to the widespread embrace of social justice ideologies and blah, 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 blah. No, it didn't. It was just an additional catalyst.
No, it wasn't even a catalyst. It was an opportunity.
It was an opportunity for them to spark more violence. He was a footnote. Get it?
I get
Get it?
I got what you did. Yeah, I see what you did there.
Thank you.
I see what you did there.
And wrongfully so, because he was a coke head.
It doesn't matter. Like it does.
It does. That's how he died. He died because his heart stopped working.
No, and I got that. But what? That's.
From cocaine.
No, and I got that.
Or crack, whichever one you want to call it. It's technically
Until you know the drug that you, sir, you need
I
to
forget.
shush. No, I get all that. But had he not died, I go back even to that. Had he not died, no one would know who the hell he was.
No one would have cared.
Because no one knew who the hell he was.
Because nobody cared.
Like, I remember the day when we used to remember people for actually doing something.
Not for being druggies that died in police custody.
Yeah, not just being a token of somebody's opportunity. Like, it doesn't even matter what he was. He could have been a drug dealer. He could have been. No, it doesn't matter. Look, go to the guy who. What was the name of the dude? Alan, the one that died in New York, selling cigarettes.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He wasn't a drug addict.
Mm-mm.
Same
He was
situation.
just selling Lucy's.
Nobody knew who the hell he was until he died. He was used then as a planking, as a tool, as a springboard to further an agenda and further cause wedge.
Yeah.
That's it.
That was
Had he not died, nobody would have known nothing. Nobody would have said nothing about nothing. Nothing.
If he'd have just been arrested and then taken in, he'd have gotten back out and sold cigarettes again. According to analysis of the Fortune 100 companies, the largest firms in the United States by revenue allocated over $37 billion towards racial equity initiatives, not equality, equity. The allocation represents less than 0.05% of the company's collective $9 trillion in earnings for the fiscal year 2020.
Oh, good. Good.
The vast majority of contributions arise from banks designating investment funds towards minority-led projects.
Again, you're trying to do something in the name of stopping racism, anti-racism.
Yeah,
and you're actually being racist.
you're right.
When you're investing is funds towards minority-led projects, you should be doing it towards everyone.
Yeah. You're right, High Ground Slug. It was fentanyl, and fentanyl was laced in the drugs that he was taking, which is why he OD'd.
Tomato.
Tomato at this point. It's just, that's all it is. JP Morgan Chase alone will commit $30 billion in the next 5 years to provide economic opportunities for underserved communities, especially Black and Latinx communities.
Wait, what?
Black and Latinx communities.
I think there's something wrong with your mic.
No. You try and read that. It's Black and Latinx communities.
Okay.
You want to read it?
No.
It's there.
No.
It's there.
It's Latinx.
No, it's Latin. It's Latin.
Okay. I don't. You're going to. These places are going to dump
Eric
all.
Garner was the other guy.
Eric Garner, thank you.
Yeah.
I knew it was something.
Why do you remember? We don't even need. Why? Why do we remember their names? There's no reason for it.
Well, no, there isn't. Other than the fact that they keep being shoved in their faces.
Right.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Why don't we collectively
How
forget?
many? Okay.
Can we just collectively forget?
I would love to.
That'd be amazing, right?
I got something I want to do. Keep going.
Okay, keep going. All right.
I have something I want to do to prove this point. Go back.
Bank of America, Citi, and Wells Fargo will follow suit with $1.25 billion, $1 billion, and $50 million, respectively. Likewise, largest corporations in the United States allocated hundreds of millions of dollars towards their social equity programs. Alphabet, the parent company of Google, added to subsidiary YouTube's $100 million equity fund with $175 million in new grants. Beyond funding African-American educational opportunities, the company is attempting to improve Black Plus representation at the senior level by 30% over the next 4 years.
Black Plus, huh?
Black Plus.
Black Plus.
That's right. CVS Health will spend $600 million to advance, quote, to advance employees, community, and public policy initiatives that address inequality faced by Black people and other disenfranchised communities. The healthcare conglomerate will use the funds for, quote, company-wide training and corporate culture programs with a focus on promoting inclusion, increasing access to affordable housing, which inexorably linked to health, and partnerships with civil rights and justice organizations to support their shared goals.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the first, are you good?
Oh yeah, no. Whenever you're
No, you're
ready,
good. Yeah, I can pause here.
No,
That's
this
fine.
is not a pause. This is going to probably take up quite a bit. You might as
Okay,
well
I
just
can still
wrap
pause
this
It's
up
fine.
because
Yeah,
this is going to
okay.
go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
That's fine. You-
So I'm gonna ask you somebody. Tell me who this is.
Okay, I don't know.
I haven't said the name, jackass.
Oh, sorry.
Giovanni is his first name, and it moved on me, so I'm hold on. Giovanni Arzuaga. Who is that? Who is Giovanni Arzuaga?
That's the bad guy in Pokemon, right?
Gotta catch 'em all.
Gotta catch them all. He's the
No.
Team Rocket leader.
No.
Giovanni. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He's team leader Giovanni. What?
Son of a bitch, I think you're right. I forgot. I think you're right.
I am right.
It has been so long, I don't remember. Oh, dear Lord. Let's see.
All right. So are we going? It's obviously wrong, but right at the same time.
No, let's see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only name I'm finding.
That's one name.
One name.
One name.
Okay. Do you know who that is? Do you have
I
any
have
idea?
no clue.
Know who got clue?
Like,
that is?
it's a Team Rocket's leader.
No, that's one of the guys. One of the persons who were murdered this last weekend in Chicago.
In Chicago.
I actually
This
have,
last weekend?
Yes, I actually have in my hand.
Yeah.
From Chicago's.
This past weekend.
Yes, Chicago CBS 2. The listing here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read this just real fast.
Yeah,
and it's a
real
really
quick.
long thing actually, but here's how fast this goes.
Just quick.
Let's see. The first homicide was reported on the weekend for the weekend at 5:19 p.m. on Saturday.
That's very nonchalant.
Okay.
Like, well, hold on. That's really like
It's about to get even more nonchalant.
The first one was reported at 9 whatever.
Well, you think that's bad.
Uh-huh.
A 31-year-old man was on a sidewalk when a light-colored vehicle pulled up and someone inside took out a gun and fired shots. The victim was shot in the head and pronounced dead. Oh, he was identified as King Collier. That's the guy's name. That's the first name. King Collier. Do you know his name?
I didn't know we had a king.
King.
I didn't know we had king.
That's he's identified. That's his name. He's identified.
All the kings and
At
queens.
7:31 p.m. Friday,
Yeah.
a woman was killed.
Uh-huh.
And a man and a teenage boy were injured when someone shot at them from a distance when they stood outside the 5400 block of South Bishop Street in the back of the yards. The woman, 28, was shot once in the head and pronounced dead at U of C in a medical center.
Right,
Boy,
right.
15, blah, blah, blah. The man was shot in the shoulder and treated and released the scene.
Yes.
No name.
Yeah.
No name.
Mm-mm.
A man was killed. A woman was critically wounded at a shooting at 9:13. Do you realize how fast these are
This is just like step by step.
These are almost 2 hours apart.
Yeah. At this time, boom.
Yep.
At this time, boom. At
24-year-old
boom.
man and a 25-year-old woman were attacked by 2 to 3 assailants.
This is all Chicago.
That's Giovanni
Mm-hmm.
Arzuaga. That was the guy who died.
Yeah.
There was also the name of the people. Well, the only reason why we know anybody would know these names
Mm-hmm.
is the killing. Remember the Puerto Rican guy they got shot?
Yeah.
And died. That's,
Right. Yeah.
That was then too. It just keeps going on and on.
On and on.
And
it's
on.
all just the same crap of, well, this is who died.
Actually,
this is how many there are. This
that
is the number. This is the date. This is the time.
actually the Giovanni Arzuaga. That's, if I'm reading this right, I'm doing this real fast. Yeah, he was the one that
Shot people?
He was the Puerto Rican.
Oh, that was the guy.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Do you see what I'm saying?
That was the guy that we talked about the other day.
At 1:01 a.m. Sunday, a 32-year-old woman was in a vehicle when another vehicle pulled up and someone inside shot her. The woman was dropped off. Oh, damn, it moved. The woman was dropped off and where she was pronounced dead. No name.
No name.
No name. I keep
Jane Doe.
going. I could keep going on with this. Like
Yep.
it goes on for a very long time. The point of it is how is it that you're going to sit here and dump all of this money into all of this stuff? You're going to do it in the name of somebody who died because it fit your scenario.
Yes.
What about these people?
They don't fit the scenario.
It's just it kills me to see that happen. That we care so little for, or not we, but people care so little for life.
Yep. Only if it fits.
Only if it
mold that they
benefits what you're after. You know, Mengele was the same way. He was an opportunist just like everyone else.
want. Right.
Same way. It benefited, I don't
Him.
know, him.
Him and
Whenever
him alone.
It was because that's part of the thing is once he got to like South America, there was a point where he was going to actually team up and possibly own a business together with a Jew.
So,
Yeah. He was an opportunist. It's because it would benefit him as far as making money and living. He
he didn't care at that point.
didn't care.
Yeah. Oblivion flickering over on the Twitters. Old King Collier is dead. Long live the king.
Yeah, old King Cole was a Mario soul.
A merry old soul was he. Beef in the SAV. It's fun when we distract the boys. It's more fun when they distract themselves.
That is true.
That is true. Peekapoo also confirming, yes, Steven is correct. I just beat Giovanni the other day and rescued his shadowed ho-oh.
He's carrying around a ho-ho?
A ho-oh.
That's what I said, a ho-ho.
No, a ho-oh.
Was that an off-brand?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's probably tastes like crap then.
Yeah, it does.
Toby McAvoy over Twitter. What's the opposite of disenfranchised?
Enfranchised?
Enfranchised? Anti-disenfranchised? Smart business?
Franchising. Just straight franchise.
It's called Papa John's. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, better ingredients. Terrible pizza.
Let's see. Oblivion Flickering also on Twitter. That was the best petting zoo. Mr. President, that was a kindergarten, not a petting zoo.
That's what I said.
Yeah. That's not it.
Hey, that's what I said.
It's what I said.
You want to throw down?
High ground
That's
slug. High ground slug over on Twitter. Latinx. That's a Mexican Kleenex company.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of need that.
Yep.
Yep. Speaking of the Joe Bidens.
What a jackass. This one is fascinating because, and I'm going to, before I read this and we get into this.
Yeah. Before you get into it.
I don't know how Oblivion Flickering is doing this. I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
But let's see.
He claimed it, didn't he?
23 minutes ago. Right there.
Why do you jump ahead?
I don't know how.
Oblivion Flickering. How are you getting my show notes? I keep them secret from Dylan.
Yeah, we don't like this is I don't know. We're not that easy to read.
But apparently we are.
But then again, we must be.
We have to be, at least for some.
Anyway.
Yeah.
President Joe Biden said during a press conference about soaring crime rates on Wednesday that Americans who buy firearms to defend themselves against a tyrannical government would need to own, quote, F-15s and maybe some nuclear weapons, end quote, to go up against the government.
Yeah, that's because the government has those new Fs. What were they?
The 22s.
Yeah, that actually destroy themselves.
Or the 35s.
35s or whatever.
F-35, the Raptors.
Yeah, that fly themselves into the ground. So
yeah.
Great.
I can't even go too much further because this has already got me very heated.
Quote.
No. I've got this. Just let me.
No. This is great. I want you to get really heated.
I'm already there.
Okay.
So the man is literally, I don't care what anybody wants to say. You're trying to threaten the American people with nuclear weapons.
Yep.
I have a question, and this is a genuine question, and I wish to God either myself or someone would ask Biden this. I would love to know why it is that you have no ability to stand up to any other entity on planet Earth, but yet you think you have the balls to threaten to drop a nuke on the American people? I would like to know why. Why do you think you have those balls now, but you can't stand up to
China
or China or any frickin' body else?
Anybody in the Middle East.
The Second Amendment, quote, The Second Amendment, from the day it was passed, limited the type of people who could own a gun. That's a lie. What type of weapon could be owned?
That's a lie.
Biden said, quote, "You couldn't buy a cannon."
That's a lie.
Those who say the blood of the blood of patriots, you know all this stuff about how we're going to have to move against the government.
Well, that's kind of true.
I know. Yeah, no, it's not true. He didn't say anything.
Yeah, he didn't say anything.
Continuing on, well, the tree
That's
of...
why it's true.
I know.
It's a blank.
Because he had a fizzle moment. Sir, pay attention on the teleprompter.
Oh, sorry.
Well, the tree of liberty is not watered with the blood of patriots. What's happened is that there's never been, if you think you need to have weapons to take on the government, you need F-15s, maybe some nuclear weapons. The point is that there's always been the ability to rationally limit the type of weapon that can be owned and who can own it, end quote.
That's a lie.
And well,
That is a lie.
there has been an allowed point to have the ability
To limit. Right.
Okay.
We, as the American people, have said, you know what? People probably don't need that gun.
Or no.
Or that cannon.
No.
Or there's no reason or ability for a normal human being to buy a tank.
Why not?
I mean, we can.
No, but why not?
Exactly.
The thing is, you can buy that. You can do this.
No. I'm being the devil's advocate of this.
No, what people have done is not paid attention at the local level and in the real
federal
politics,
level.
and they've turned around and allowed their politicians to make these decisions for you.
Right.
And then instead of getting rid of said people, you've allowed them to stay in for 40, 50, 60, 70 years. And ta-da!
Yep.
Here we are. The fact of the matter is, I love how he thinks that he can, you have to have F-15s and maybe some nuclear weapons.
No, you don't.
No. Because here's the deal. As it was said, and I believe we just read a story not too long ago where he had made some reference about the American people and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
The people from America who are in the military. That was a Joint Chiefs staff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was Joint Chiefs.
Still. They're Americans. They were born here. They were raised here. They live here. They know what's going on.
Right.
They've learned to adapt to things. Do you really think for a second
that the military will then go and turn their back on them and start killing them?
Right now, absolutely not.
No, not in this climate.
I'm telling you right now, there was no way. There is no way you can get that backed. And
just like with the security guards that allowed the people to walk into the Capitol building because, well, you guys, we stand with you and we understand what you're thinking and what you're feeling. So just, don't be as ruckus as the BLM people and you're good.
Yep.
That is the same idea.
Yeah.
Yes, we understand that the military is technically
under the
government property.
Yeah, but these are individuals, and by the way, these are individuals who have, albeit in a very limited way than what it should have been,
Mm-hmm.
but these are people who actually have an inkling of an understanding of what freedom is.
Oh, and these are also the same people that have been told that have been not quite as indoctrinated into the ways of what military used to be.
Mm.
Like they are a lot more independent than they should be.
You are not going to convince anybody in the military to turn on their own people.
No,
you're not.
Well, some because
but
some
not
don't
enough.
care.
Not enough.
Not enough to make it
not enough.
Yeah. And if you as president decide that you're going to turn around and try and nuke a portion of your own civilization, it seems like you don't deserve to be in the position that you're in.
That's my point. The whole going back to the whole censuring thing that the representative from Colorado wants to push against him for not doing his duty down at the border. You want to actually do something, this is where you would get him on.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that it very plainly and clearly says in the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms shall not be infringed. Doesn't say anything about the kind of weapon you can have or not have. Doesn't say who can and can't have it.
Shall not
It says
be
the
infringed.
right of the people to bear arms shall not be infringed, period, full stop.
Right.
That's the kind of thing, that's the reason why he needs to be gone. That's the stuff you start pushing for when you literally try and act like you're going to be Billy Badass and go, well, we've got nukes. Oh.
Shouldn't you be telling that to Kim Jong-un?
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to stand up to China, who's been talking about how if we keep talking about, well, you know, the coronavirus escaped from Wuhan and the virus, we can't do that because it's going to be issue. You haven't said word one to them about that, but you think for a second that you're going to even pretend it? Oh, you...
Buddy boy. So this is one of those situations to where I hate what is about to come out of my mouth, but it kind of needs to be said.
It's probably what I've been holding back.
No, well, maybe. No. Okay.
Go ahead. Take it away.
What would have happened if, say, Donald Trump said something similar to this to the American people? Anything. If this had even been thought that he uttered this.
He'd have been assassinated.
Immediately.
Instantly.
Gone.
I'm telling you, it would have been a done.
And then blamed on the right.
Yep.
It's not the... We currently have a president that is literally a lame duck. Has been a lame duck for at least 25 years and will continue to be a lame duck until he passes away and passes the torch.
Oh, he's already passed the torch.
Yeah, he's already passed the torch, but I'm saying he'll actually pass away and officially the seat will get moved.
Eventually.
Right.
One day.
At that point, it won't matter.
Yeah.
But it's already been done.
I know.
The damage is already here. The damage is already in place. And we're just allowing our president to say, hey, if you want to come and get us, talking to the American people, you're going to have to come with F-15s and nukes.
Yeah.
Because that's what we got.
The National Review senior writer, David Harsanyi.
Close enough.
It's Harsanyi.
Yeah.
I said that.
Yeah.
Who is an expert in the Second Amendment, previously pushed back on a nearly identical claim that Biden made about how there are always been limits to the type of weapons that people can own. He wrote, quote, I can't even begin to imagine what rickety basis there is for making such a claim. I mean, I wrote a book on the history of American guns, and never once did I run across any law that restricted Americans from owning any weapons they desired, unless you're talking about blacks or Indians, because most gun restrictions in the United States history have been employed to unarm the people who need weapons the most. The idea of the federal government conducting any kind of domestic gun policy whatsoever would have been a completely alien concept to anyone before 1930. Even then, no specific type of guns were banned from use. It wasn't until 1986 that fully automatic guns were effectively banned by the federal government.
Yep. And sadly, you can thank Ronald Reagan for that.
86?
Yeah, he was until what? 80 what?
No, he was out in 84.
No.
Wasn't it?
No, I didn't think so.
I thought Daddy Bush was in.
Maybe it was
late
Daddy
86.
Bush. Maybe it was.
No, I think you're right. It's 87. You're right, because everybody was pissed off about it, because they're like, how in the hell did, Ronald Reagan,
allow that.
When you're talking
89, yeah. 81 to 89, yeah.
He
so
ran for
Reagan.
2 terms, yeah. So
you can thank Reagan for
I remember that now.
Yeah, the automatic guns weapon ban.
Yeah. They got that by it, and they were pissed off because he's let that slide. And he's like, there's no... Ronald Reagan, the guy who stood up to the Libyans...
Yeah.
And dealing with all that crap.
No automatic weapons.
Yeah. Biden made the remarks during a press conference about his administration doing about the skyrocketing crime rates that are unfolding on his watch across the country. Quote, this is a political red herring aimed at hiding the real and abysmal failures of the Biden administration. Mm-hmm. The NRA spokeswoman Amy Hunter told Fox News. Quote, crime rates are high because the efforts to defund the police and a failure to prosecute career criminals. The Simple fact is strict enforcement of existing laws, including gun laws, coupled with the support of law enforcement and prosecutors to do their job, would result in a dramatic decrease in crime. But the president would rather play politics than make Americans safer. And that's true.
That is true.
That's all he can do is
That's very true.
talk.
Well, not even that. He's pretty bad at it. He's worse than we are. And that's saying something.
Yeah. Oblivion flickering over Twitter. The military won't turn on Americans. That's why they're busy purging all but pre-programmed American haters from every level of the military. I didn't say it would never happen. I'm just saying right now, under him, there's no way. It wouldn't happen. I'm just saying. Now, give it another couple years, maybe,
Probably have something there.
but not now. Anyway, that's the show. Go to
It is.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com. It's AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Histoically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it into your mouth.
That is right.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
There's the Mojo50.com.
That is Mojo50.com, the best of radio 24/7, 365.
Live free.
Yep. Go to iHeartRadio and then Mojo50 radio banner under iHeartRadio. It helps if I can speak.
Yeah.
Our website, DOA Show. Follow us and like us and all that jazz. Don't forget 4th of July. We need a head count. If you're coming, let us know. See ya.
Bye.